Have you ever imagined the weight of carrying the world's fate on your shoulders and choosing to destroy everything anyway? That's the question that stayed in my head for days after watching the most disturbing and breathtaking scene in Attack on Titan. And no, that's not an overstatement. It's the kind of moment you watch with your jaw dropped, heart racing, and this unsettling feeling that you don't know who the villain is anymore. Eren Yeager, a name that once meant hope, rage, freedom, and now it meant the end. When the rumbling truly begins, when those colossal creatures rise from the walls and start marching toward the outside world, what hits hardest isn't the visual scale, even though it's absolutely staggering. What hits hardest is Eren's inner silence, that cold, calculated stillness of someone who has already seen the future and decided the price is worth paying. Put yourself in that position for a second. You knew since childhood that the world out there hated you just for being born where you were, that no matter how hard you fought, how much you lost, how much you bled, the persecution would never stop. What would you do? Most of us would answer with diplomacy, with hope, with faith in humanity. Eren answered with footsteps, millions of them, literally. What makes this scene so devastating isn't the destruction itself, it's the context leading up to it. Ymir Fritz, trapped for centuries in submission, finally finding in Eren someone who understood her pain differently. A plan built not out of rage, but out of resignation. And resignation is so much more terrifying than hatred. And then comes the moment the earth shakes, not just in the anime, inside you. Because Shingeki no Kyojin was too smart to make Eren a simple monster. It gave you context, it gave you memories, it made you root for him every single season, and then it placed a mirror in front of you and asked, how far can pain push a person? Where exactly is the line between liberation and massacre? The rumbling isn't just a narrative event, it's the physical manifestation of years of trauma, systemic hatred, and a cycle nobody broke in time. And the cruelest part? Eren knew his friends would come to stop him, and he let it happen anyway. There's something about that choice that hurts differently. Not the destruction of the outside world, but the destruction of every bond he had with the people he loved most. Mikasa, Armin, the very identity he built as a hero of the Survey Corps. This scene marks a before and after in anime history, not for the action itself, but for what it demands from the viewer. That you sit with the ambiguity, that you find no comfort in a clear villain or a spotless hero, that you simply feel and think. Because in the end, Attack on Titan doesn't ask whether Eren did the right thing. It asks something far more unsettling. If you had lived his life, would you have done anything differently?